That's my favorite song. Every week I'm like, ooh, my song is on.
The
I love
countdown
that
music.
little bop. I love that little bop. I'm gonna have to find out what song that is. I love a good instrumental.
Man. All right, before we start, let me say something to all the people who have subscribed to me over the past 24 hours. Man, I really appreciate y'all. I said it in my Nate, I don't know if you saw, I did do a video for
On what?
for Blue Therapy.
Oh, you watched it.
I watched it.
What do you,
I did a video for the first episode, and I'm gonna watch the second episode, and I'll probably release that video tomorrow. But it's
is it
pretty good.
good?
It's
I
pretty
told
good.
him, I sent him an Instagram message. I was like, you covering this because it don't look that good to me.
No, no, no. Check it out. Check it out. It's actually pretty decent.
Okay,
So
okay. Oh, let me
it
bring
could
my
be
mic
something.
closer.
But there's also something else coming out next week too. What was it? Something about like it's a bunch of people they're dating, but they don't know what each other's age is. I forget what it was called.
Yeah, age is just a number or something like that. Something along those lines.
Yeah. So I'm gonna check that out too. See if it's worth talking about.
Netflix is trying to work us. I usually take a break after Love is Blind because it's so heavy, but they trying to make me not get a break this year.
Hey man, keep it coming. Keep it coming. I'm enjoying this right now. So
Yeah,
let's
it's a
keep it
lot going
coming.
on.
Yeah, it is.
I'm gonna check out your
But
video after this though.
Age of Attraction, there it is, Dwayne
There you
Banks.
go.
Yeah, Age
Hey,
of Attraction.
y'all be on it just like us.
I'm gonna check it out, man. That might be decent. It's an interesting concept, but I think a lot of those people are gonna be talking about how they don't. I think a lot of people gonna be there assuming that they look younger than they do, and they don't.
You'll
And
be
that's
like,
gonna.
"Oh, you're 40." Yeah, I kind of
Yeah,
guess that.
I can
Yeah,
see it.
yeah, I can see. Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
But
that's
no,
too funny.
I did want to just sincerely because this the Love Is Blind audience has really been doing it lately for me, and I really want to thank y'all, man, because I
Shout
wasn't
out to
expecting.
y'all.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, y'all really been hitting that subscribe. So thank you so much. If you haven't done it yet, go ahead and do it now. This is the only time I'm mention it in this live because we typically don't even ask for subscribes or likes, but we
Yeah,
should.
we
But
should.
yeah, go ahead and hit like and subscribe since that's what we're here for. But let's let's talk about this crazy ass shit. Um, y'all see what's on the screen. All right, so we pick up where we left off last week. And first of all, before we get started, we did clear with each other that there will be spoilers in this discussion with regards to the reunion. There's a whole bunch of news out
That's
about
a
the
lot of stuff.
reunion. If you haven't heard it and you don't want any reunion spoilers, then I'll say something before we release any spoilers so you guys can click away or whatever. But there's way too much out right now for us to pretend like we haven't heard anything. So we'll definitely address some of the spoilers and the rumors that are out. But picking up where we left off with Emma and Mike, she was doing her whole dramatic thing where it looked like she's about to say no, but she says yes. And lo and behold, this nigga Mike does the same shit in reverse. Now, in the end, like I said, I was glad that he said no because they definitely didn't need to get married. But their entire existence on this show just annoyed me to no end because it was
Yeah.
since the pods, it's been pointless.
You didn't like Emma from Jump anyway, so I'm sure you was ready for her to get off the
It's
screen.
not even necessarily that I didn't like her because I don't want to seem like I have a problem with the girl. She just annoyed me. You know what I'm saying? And,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
some people just get on your nerves, and Emma just for me, is just one of those people.
I mean, I think she's been one of those people for a lot of people. And first off, Mike's ass tried to get a little snappy with me on Instagram. I said, "Whoa, I need you to calm down because I've been defending you on YouTube. I need you to calm down." He posted an Instagram reel of his niece. He just had a baby niece or something. And he's like, "Oh, men just want one thing." And he posted like pictures of the baby because he wanted a baby. And I left a comment saying this is so petty. And he responded to me being like, "You need to stop hating." And I was like, "Whoa, what about that was hating? You don't know what petty means, sir." I almost cussed him out. I said, "Let me let me reel it in because I'm about to stop defending him in a minute." I'm about to stop defending him in a minute. My stance on it was, I'm glad he said no because Emma was being insane and she was gonna let it ride. She was gonna marry that man.
Yeah.
And be miserable.
Yeah. So you said you hadn't heard, but this is what people are saying, and I think I got this from Reality Receipts podcast with
spoiler
story time
coming.
with spoiler coming. with well, no, this actually isn't a spoiler because I don't think they talk about this in reunion. This
Mm.
had anything to do with the reunion, but it's just about the lead up to Emma and Mike at the altar, right?
Ooh.
So on the lead up to Emma and Mike at the altar, apparently they had discussed with each other and decided that they were both going to say no. And then for whatever reason, when they get up to the altar, Emma, because she's Emma, decides that she wants to
Mm.
say yes, so that either he's forced to say yes in turn, or he gets to be the bad guy and she gets the sympathy edit. Because and it's been my opinions from the jump that she's been kind of angling for, I don't know, I don't want to say sympathy, but just some sort of favorite, you know what I mean? And I just think that
Oh, I'm so mad.
it's so, but it's easy to believe that that was the case because that would explain kind of the reaction of everybody afterwards. Because one thing that I didn't say in my review that no, I mean Emma, Lady K, Emma, because the same thing was said about Amber and Jordan, but we'll
Oh,
get to that.
I
But
heard it about them, but I had not heard it about Mike and Emma.
yeah, but Mike and Emma supposedly had agreed to say no, and then she got to the altar and switched it up to where she could be the victim and have the sympathy edit. But I lost my train of thought. But yeah, so what I didn't say in my review was I kind of, when it all happened, as she walked, you know, the walk of shame when, you know, somebody says no, the bride goes first down the aisle by herself. Normally, we'll immediately see the mother, sisters jump up and
Jump
walk
up.
down with them. You know, they typically don't walk all the way by themselves. She got all the way up the steps by herself. You know what I'm saying? And at first I was thinking like, damn, like maybe her family really don't fuck with her like that because it just felt like a little odd that her mother didn't get up, her sisters didn't get up, like nobody got up. But if this is the case where everybody was expecting no's all around, and then she got up there and flipped the script, flipped the script, that would kind of explain why they might have been a little stunned and just kind of sitting back like, what the fuck you doing, Emma?
That is very interesting that that played out like that. People have
Yeah.
been fighting me for days under my wedding video. You're not pointing out the fact that Mike drug her all the way, dragged her all the way to the altar. He led her on, and I'm sitting here like, did she not drag herself to the altar as well? Y'all treating Emma like she's some docile little girl. She's a grown ass woman.
Yeah.
She walked her ass to that altar too. And I'm not understanding why people are having so much heat for Mike. Sometimes I feel like people, and I might get some hate for this. Sometimes I feel like people want to hate men just to hate men. Y'all not holding Emma accountable. She also took her ass all the way up to the altar, went through the whole experiment the entire time, knowing that she didn't want kids, knowing that he did. And then when all is said and done, y'all want to have sympathy for her because, oh, well, he should have never said no at the altar. That's the name of the game. Y'all tend to forget what this show is about. The show is about making it to the altar and saying no.
So you got people upset about him saying no?
Yeah, people are like, how dare he take her all the way to the altar and just say no? And he should have said no before. Okay, they both should have said no before. They should have never left the pods.
But so these people think they should have got married?
They think that he should have called it off beforehand, but they're not putting that same heat on her. They're saying it's his fault that he was pressuring her and he kept leading her on and like asking her about kids. And I'm like, well, she kept talking about her scars and her trauma the whole time. Like
Taylor May said, like she also could have left before the altar. Like
it's like
either one of them could have decided before the altar.
Either one of them could have.
But I mean,
they like have all the heat for him.
But I think you've been one of the only people that consistently say this. Like the whole point of the show, though, is to get to the altar and to have the decision made. Yeah, have the decision, made at the altar. So you just know when you agree to get engaged that you're taking a chance that person, if you get there, might be a no.
Exactly.
That's the reality of this show. So you kind of know that signing up, going in, and people shouldn't commit to a marriage just to avoid embarrassing somebody at the altar. Like, I guess
on her birthday, apparently.
you need to ignore those comments. I'll say that.
I'm sitting here like, what are y'all talking about? Do y'all not know what show we watching? I think that we're 10 seasons in, you get to a point where it's like people have just forgotten what it's about. They think everyone should fall out beforehand. I've bent my rule. I said if it's like extreme circumstances where, for example, Devonta, and you're literally not attracted to her and you know that you're not, you might as well pull out before. Pause. But in this situation, if they were going to say no at the altar, then that's just what it is.
Yeah, and I fully believe that. And I fully believe that was the plan for them going in. And she went up there and did some Emma shit and switched it up. I can fully see that happening.
She had to already know they were going to give her a sympathy edit. They set her up perfectly for it. Since the pause, even you said the only thing they keep showing is her talking about her trauma and her scars and her adoption. We don't know nothing else about this woman.
Yeah, I got really tired of hearing about that. I'm sorry. But
Like,
I put this comment up here because I haven't seen their latest, so I haven't seen their review of episode 12 yet. But I know that consistently this season, It Takes Two has been on this, saying that Emma is just Chris specifically been saying that Emma is just conforming to any situation she's in, any group she's a part of. She tries to conform, fit in, and we never really get to see who she actually is because she's just a chameleon in every room.
Yeah, Chris was talking about it in regards to her wanting to make spaghetti. Why do you, as a Chinese woman, want to make spaghetti for the Italians? He was really on it. He's like, you should want to make them an Asian inspired dish. Granted, we know that you don't have, and you're not in touch with your roots, but like,
yeah,
shouldn't you?
That's the problem.
Shouldn't you? That is the problem.
Yeah,
that is the problem. She needs to go take a trip and get in tune.
Exactly. So this is backing up the statement that we were talking about a second ago. Like, that's the point of the show, to get to the altar and have the decision made there. That's where the drama happens. That's what happened. That's why season 1 was iconic. Yeah, you had a bride, turned away at the altar, and didn't she trip in her dress?
She ran a mile. She started running like she was in a marathon. That was Jenny Niana, whatever her name was.
Yeah, something like that. But I mean, that's the point of the show. So
yeah. I'm happy that there are people who stick by the original premise of the show, because that's what I'm about.
Yeah, but thankfully they both said no. It was anticlimactic. Nobody was really hurt. Their conversation afterwards was very emotionless, which also leads me to believe that that's the truth, that they had already agreed to say no. But no part of me believed that this was going to extend beyond this moment. Like, they were going to continue to date and maybe try to figure it out, see if she comes around. They had a fundamental difference from the pods. This never should have left the pods, and they wasted all of our time.
You know what annoyed me was her mama going up to Mike's parents after the fact and being like, she's not a no. She can get there. Ma'am, 2 episodes ago, you said she was a hard no all her life. What are we talking about? That pissed me off so bad. I was like, why are you lying at this point?
I mean, at that point, it was a harmless lie, because he had already said no anyway. So whatever. Like, they not getting married anyway, so she can lie all she wants.
Ridiculous.
So, if you're wondering about Sean Unfiltered, he I think will be here. He had a birthday party that he was attending tonight, so he's gonna try to come in. If he does come in, it'll be a little bit late.
Yeah.
Just in case anybody was wondering where Sean was. So we'll move on from these two. And who was next? Let's see.
I'm just waiting for 2 specific people to pop up.
Okay. I'm trying to go in order of how it happened on the episode. But I don't remember. So I'm gonna guess, and I'm gonna go with Jordan and Amber. I feel like they were
maybe, yeah, and then Alex, yeah.
So Jordan and Amber. Now, okay, you go first this time. Like, what? what are your thoughts about their wedding?
Everyone, I think, already knows that I have thought all season that Amber is not attracted to this man. Now, I think it was absolutely ridiculous to have him meet her child 24 hours or less before they got married.
Insane.
And seeing that little girl cry, I talked about this. I don't think those were tears of like, oh, my mom's getting married. I think those were tears of this random stranger that I just met yesterday, who's supposed to be my dad now, is stealing my mom away from me. That's how I took those tears, from like putting myself in the position of a 7-year-old little girl. It's like, I got to live with this strange man. I have to pretend to like him. He's not my daddy. He's marrying my mom, and he's taking my mom from me. 6 weeks ago, she had her mama all to herself. And now this man is coming in. Jordan might be a great guy, but I never thought about the fact that people shouldn't come on here if they have kids. But that moment, seeing that little girl cry, and like, from my interpretation of why she was crying, I don't think they need to make a whole separate little show for the people with the children, because that was really rough for me. I was like, oh, little girl is crying. Like she's sad, So I don't know. We see her walk off in the reunion preview. We don't know if it's cut that way or what it's going to be, but I think they should have never gotten married. Not if they were going to meet the little girl 24 hours before. I think that was ridiculous.
No, that's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I've been very clear on my stance with that as well, that single parents shouldn't be on this show. Like you said, let's make a show for single parents, maybe single parents only. And part of the show is they have to spend time with all the kids. You know what I mean?
It would be that
Like,
easy. Like,
yeah, if you're going to have single parents on a reality dating show, the kids have to be involved. There's no way around that. But yeah, I was disappointed, honestly, when they both said yes, because I felt like leading up to it, he was gonna say no because of how nervous he was. He was sweating bullets. But spoiler alert. So the reunion tea with regards to them is that they were supposed to be a no again. And
what is wrong with these people?
yeah, or at least he was supposed to be a no. Like he was supposed to be a solid no. And
I think that was pretty clear. He looked very.
And then I don't know if she just switched it up or if she was always going to say yes and then he was going to be the one to say no. But you can't put him in that position with your daughter standing right there. And like you said, she could have been crying over the emotion of the moment. But at the same time, she's a kid. She could have been crying because her uncle told her to take a finger out of her mouth. I don't know why she was crying. You know what I'm saying? Like
she looks so sad.
She could have been crying for anything. But yeah, just that whole scenario was just warped. And then the way he said yes was odd. Like, I'll follow him. It didn't seem like it was following his heart. It seemed like you were scared to say what you really wanted to say. But here's a spoiler. And you've heard this, right?
I don't know. I'm about to find out what
they're divorced.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
They should have never been married.
Yeah. So apparently, like they tried to make it work. It didn't. Apparently, the relationship was volatile, and we just didn't see it. Because when a couple gets married, production will give them a nicer edit. But apparently, like Amber was on the sauce the whole time, and her and Jordan were having a bunch of explosive arguments that we just never saw.
I want that footage. Ooh, yeah. I want that footage bad.
So I'm thinking.
I gotta talk to.
So I'm thinking that her walking out of the reunion is maybe him bringing up her drinking and her not wanting to talk about that, on TV.
She did say something like, I told you not to mention that or something like that in that moment. So, yeah, I mean, this reunion actually looks like it's going to be good.
Yeah. No, the reunion looks like it's going to be really good. Really, really good.
I'm not surprised that they are divorced. I'm disappointed that she was that reckless when she has a child.
Yeah, because just to go on the show in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. This I can't wait to see that. A lot of people were saying, and I think I saw someone mention it in the comments here too, that it didn't seem like Jordan was willing to give up his lifestyle because he didn't want to drive back and forth and he wanted to stay close to the bars. So a lot of people were saying like he didn't want to give up his life. And that's why he was a hard no on kids, which might be true. But apparently, if what he is saying is true, I guess Amber wasn't willing to give up her lifestyle either because she was drinking. Maybe that's what they bonded over.
Yeah, and that would be a lot. You know what I'm saying? If she is just sauced up every night, that's not something anybody wants to deal with. But yeah, but we just didn't see it because I guess if a couple gets married, then the show wants to present them in the best light possible. Because they're struggling to produce legitimate couples. It just is what it is.
And that all
the
goes...
biggest... Go ahead.
I was just going to say that all goes back to what we were saying at the beginning of the season, which is stop recruiting men to come on this show. You would get more legitimate couples if you just did the show the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We beat the shit out of that dead horse. Like I don't know if they're ever going to listen. But I mean, for me, the most noteworthy thing that came out of their wedding was her hair.
You said she went back to the 60s and said she...
That was some Father Knows Best Andy Griffith show. What name another Bewitched? Yeah, character from Bewitched. Or Mad Men. You watch Mad Men? Have you ever seen Mad Men?
No, but I heard it's really good.
She looked like a secretary on Mad Men. Somebody that worked in the office with all of them.
She generally has an older look to her. And it's the blonde hair. She looks really good with her natural hair color. I don't know why she wants to look like she's pushing 50. I don't know why she chooses to, or maybe older than 50. She needs to let go of it. It's aging her. Happy days, somebody said.
Yeah, happy
That's
day, all of
crazy.
that shit. Everything that references the 60s fits what she looked like at that wedding. But I mean, but normally, like every other day on the show, it was 1980 something. You know what I'm saying? She had the big hair. I'm surprised she wasn't wearing shoulder pads and all of her blouses.
What a side pony.
Yeah, all of that shit.
That's crazy. Yeah,
But
I don't know what the aesthetic that she is going for. It's very weird. And it's not even like a mom aesthetic. It's just like, I don't know. Something about it ain't right. It's the alcohol. Somebody said. Isis said it's the alcohol.
That actually makes sense.
I guess she blaming it on the alcohol then. Yeah, that could be aging her. That could be aging her.
Yo, if she has a real problem, then that, you know, all jokes aside, get some help, my nigga.
Yeah, definitely get some help on that.
I ain't got nothing else to say about Amber and Jordan.
No, we'll see at the reunion how that plays out.
So yeah, apparently they got divorced. Good.
I wonder how long after they got married.
I feel like we'll be on this next one for a little bit longer.
Oh man. Let's see. It's a roll of the dice. Who is it? You think she lying about her age? No, she showed her ID. I saw somewhere, I forget where, that she showed her ID and it confirmed that she is the age she says she is. My poor.
That's crazy. That's crazy that she showed her ID though. She
had to. People was calling her 85. I didn't, but people had said that.
No, 85 is wild. 45, yeah. 85 is crazy. All right. So go ahead.
Look, I'm sorry that it took me this long until the final episode to get to this point.
What point is that?
But what the hell is wrong with Brittany? I can't defend this anymore. I've been defending her ass all season. Girl, stand up. Stand up. I want to physically lift her up. Like, what the hell? I'm 99% sure that me and Devontae are going to get married. He's actively walking out where he said he got to go. He looked at his watch twice that we know
and
of.
Have kids. Not only to get married. She said they're going to get married and have kids immediately.
Girl, I tried my best to defend you, but you are the reason that the word Delulu has become as popular as it is. That word was made. You look up Delulu in the dictionary, it's her picture in full color. I don't understand how all of this happened and you still get to the wedding day. He dumped you on your wedding day. You're supposed to be in your white dress walking down the aisle right now. And he dumped you on the morning of your wedding and you're like, it's okay. We're still together. We're just not married yet. Bitch, are you cool? Listen, I don't too often have to say that to somebody. I say something like that to my friend if they being absolutely ridiculous. Brittany, are you okay? Do you have one friend in your life? Because I don't understand.
Devontae, he's her best friend. That's what she said. She said that was her best friend and the love of her life. She called that man the love of her life on television.
Oh, man.
The man that never touched her, that never wanted to kiss her. Did he even want to smash? Because when she offered that, he was like, nah, I'm cool.
Well, at least he didn't get that.
I don't know. Maybe he did.
The thing that also kept getting me was she would have like these full sentences to say, and he'd be like, yeah. Oh, okay. Never gave any sort of inkling that he was interested in her, and she's still getting broken up with on her. I'm trying to figure out who's worse. Is it her getting broken up with, or is it Patrick from last season getting broken up with who couldn't read the signs? I think she might be worse. Because
I don't remember what happened with Patrick.
Remember he was the Asian guy and the white girl. God. Remember she tried to and she was wiping the snot on him. That'll make you remember.
Now see, I'll give Patrick a pass in this. While she was okay, so Devontae has been saying all the wrong things and doing all the wrong things. Like his actions and his words have all said, "I don't like."
They're matching. Yeah,
I don't like nothing about you. With old girl and Patrick, she was physically all over him while breaking up. That could be confusing for a lame ass nigga because
she was doing the opposite.
Yeah, because I mean that's essentially what happens at strip clubs. Like you got somebody all over you, they just acting, they don't mean the shit, But you know, for a lame, you might be sitting there like, hey, I might have a chance with this girl. And that's what happened with Patrick. Like he was caught up at the club. He didn't realize she was just doing her job.
Hey.
So I'll give it to her for at least not taking it beyond that moment. Like she knew, like I can't even go on the trip with this nigga. Like I'm not even gonna pretend, you know, like I can do this. But Devontae, man. But I mean, but you know, really, I feel like the whole time he was trying to get her to see it. You know what I mean? And put it into it herself. She just couldn't, and she wouldn't. And
she refused to.
And you could see the pain on his face when she was talking about, oh, we're still together. This is just, this is just temporary. We're still getting married for sure. I know. He looked like he was like constipated, sick, tired, everything. Looking at his watch, doing that. Oh,
guess I better be heading on out.
You know, you trying to get the conversation to end.
Would you look at the time?
Yeah. Like, bro was trying to ease up out of there. Nowhere to go.
Man, I can't defend her anymore. It was at that moment when she was getting broken up with on her wedding day that I was like, she ain't right in the head. She can't be. Something is off. The lights are on, maybe, but nobody's home. Yeah, she was not reading the room at all. Oh, is Sean here?
No, I think one of either a kid or animal was doing something crazy. I heard.
Not a kid, or it's the dog coming back to hunt your ass because you was talking about him.
It's the other, because there's two of them, right? So the one of them died, and then this other one that my daughter I don't talk about it. There's another dog though. I'm just hoping that he'll follow suit here shortly.
Stop. Leave them dogs alone.
I do leave them alone. I very much leave them alone. Hey, shout out Tammy Talks in the chat.
Hey Tammy.
One of the goats.
Definitely OG in the game.
Goats of this review game. But nah, this was nasty. This was nasty, man.
Can I briefly mention the interview that his ex had with on the reality?
Please do. That's where we're going to go next. Yeah, that's exactly where we were going to go.
I didn't watch the whole interview, but I watched the part about her saying that he told her he didn't like black women. He would never in his life date a black woman. Mm-hmm. And I don't see enough people talking about the fact that she found out that information and then continued to date his ass. If you, as any race of woman, are dating someone, especially someone who is black and saying, or someone of the same race saying that they don't date their race, mm-hmm. and you continue to date them, that's a problem with you as well. Because you, in your mind, what you heard was, oh shit, that ain't me. I'm better than them.
I'm a preference. I'm good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You think you're not gonna get the treatment that I would get. Okay, so it's not clicking. That also makes you a terrible person.
Great point. I wanted that to be a follow-up question. Like, okay, so what was your response when he said that to you? Because I can imagine what the response was. Like, she probably felt very secure in that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So yeah, you can. And then so in that case, I don't feel sorry for whatever he did in that relationship. Nope. And the fact that spoiler alert. I assume everyone has heard of this. If you haven't, click away right now. The fact that he shows up to the reunion with a baby on the way. She says they just broke up in December. When was the reunion filmed? Like a few weeks ago?
Yeah, because they have to wait for all the stuff to start coming out.
So she says they broke up in December. He just broke up with Brittany, what? May, June? When did they wrap? April of last year?
Probably like somewhere? April, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know what the timeline is on the pregnant lady. Now there are rumors that they may be engaged. I haven't heard that solidified yet, but it's a pretty well-established fact that he's gonna announce at the reunion that he has a baby on the way with somebody else, not the girl that came out and exposed him for being the colorist that he is, but
different woman,
some other woman. So yeah, so you might not be, or you might be his preference, but that doesn't mean he's gonna treat you right.
They always think that. I don't understand how someone can live. If I ever dated someone of a different race and they told me I don't date them women of my race because you know how they be, I'd be like, but how are you?
Yeah, like how do you feel
Yeah,
about yourself? Because
yeah,
that's where that leads. Like obviously, if you have an issue with the women that you come from, because we all come from women, no matter who we all come from women of our, whatever. So if you have a problem with the women that you come from, deep down you have a problem with yourself. And then if
exactly.
anybody has a problem with themselves, they're gonna be a problem in a relationship.
Yep.
So let that be a warning to any of y'all who think you're in a good position because the dudes you like doesn't like black women, dark skinned women, whatever his fucked up preference is. That doesn't mean he's gonna treat you right. That means that he got some fucked up shit going on inside him, and that might not be somebody you want to actually deal with. So keep that going
He
forward.
gonna do you just like he would do them.
Yeah,
Clearly, because he was definitely cheating.
he'll
If he
he'll just fuck you a few times first. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly that's the
maybe he
difference.
would, yeah, he'll use you a few times because you're his preference. So enjoy that, but it ain't gonna lead nowhere good. Now anybody that can't see themselves, because obviously this nigga can't see himself
At all.
like what the fuck is Devo? What the fuck is that? Like, bro, you got nobody in your circle. Like, bro, like if you gonna let us give you a nickname, bro, because if this is what you coming up with, this shit ain't going. Or maybe that maybe somebody in his circle did give him that nickname. I don't know who he kick it with.
And I think that's the part about it that really just makes me disappointed in Brittany that she couldn't see. I know she didn't know about him not liking women of color, but at the very least, he was treating you terrible. He wouldn't even compliment you. He wouldn't even tell you that you look good. How could you let that go on for 6 weeks? And then even though he's breaking up with you, say, "Well, I want to get married and have kids with him." How? Like how could you your self-worth is not high enough for me.
She said he was Christ-like. She said
I don't know what Bible she been reading.
she she said he was Christ-like, and he
She
was,
lied.
yeah. She said a lot of shit. She said a lot of shit.
I don't know how he's getting other women. It's probably that $40,000 a month he be making. Maybe I don't know.
I mean, but I think we kind of surmised that 40,000 was one of the spike months, and he's more typically on the 8 to 12 range, which nothing to sneeze
Hey,
at. That's still
that's good.
that's really good in this economy. But 40,000 is kind of cat, brother. If you're making 40 grand a month regularly, you're not gonna be on Love Is Blind.
Yeah, the caliber of women that you would want at making that amount of money, they flocking to you.
Especially with someone with his preferences. You know what I'm saying? Someone that's
Exactly.
going to be that specific, that's going to be that caught up in skin color or race, then they're not going to put themselves in a position where they could end up with somebody who's not their preference when they have the money and the options to
Exactly.
date whoever they want. So I don't know how he's pulling all these women, but I mean, apparently, like y'all outnumber us, so I guess the odds are just in his favor. So
Disgusting. I wouldn't even want to. I could look. Hey, more power to him and his future mother of his kid, but I wouldn't even want to have a baby with somebody who that's how they view themselves. It's just gross to me. Like
well,
that's
the whole
gross
point
trait.
is the baby that he has won't look like him. That's what he's going for.
I hope
Yeah.
that baby reach back a few generations and grab the blackest genes that it can find. I hope it pull from the great grandmother and just get a little color, get a little caramel going, get a little curl to the hair. Yeah, I hope that baby reach way back in them genes. That's what I wish on people like Devontae.
That would be funny as hell, though. He would accuse her of cheating because he ain't gonna believe that shit came from him.
It's the hat every time.
Yeah, the hat. He ain't losing that hat. He keeping that hat. So this one exactly like I thought it would. Take it away.
Exactly like you said. Ashley is gonna use the altar to have a moment, to have a woman empowerment. Oh, I'm choosing me, and that's exactly what she did, and it didn't land. Not for me anyway. I saw a few people being like, "Oh, that was a mic drop." That was not a mic drop.
You talking about the corny ass people in the audience?
I'm just saying that's what some people were saying. It was a mic drop.
Her little goofy ass friends were the only ones saying that. Like everybody watching was like, "What is this?"
Is she serious right now?
But I mean, like, her friends knew it was coming. Her daddy
Her daddy
definitely knew it was coming.
Yeah, he was like
the way he kept smugly looking over at Alex's quote unquote mom. Yeah.
Why did she wear that sequin dress to the wedding? I still can't get over the shiny silver.
Look, man,
I don't know.
I know better than to go into that. That's out of my depth. I don't know what looks good.
Not that. That is first off, that's not something you wear to a wedding as a woman because it looks like you're trying to outdo the bride. The bride is supposed to be the one that's flashy on her wedding day. Why are you coming in looking like you on your way to a party after this? She was looking shiny.
Does it look like she's trying to outdo the bride? Because sequins very much gives me like homecoming dance,
right?
You know
but it grabs attention because of how like shiny and out of place it is. I think she was. I think a little bit. She was like, "I'm gonna wear the shiniest thing in my closet, and I'm a upstage her." That's what
it's childish though. Like it's not like.
Look at Alex. He's childish.
Alex didn't even shave.
He had crumbs in his beard too.
Now, see, I don't know if I don't know if those. I thought I saw the same. I don't know if those were crumbs or those were grays that just weren't brushed properly. Because sometimes grays, excuse me, sometimes grays can look like crumbs.
Is that?
In the right lighting, or if you don't groom yourself, like if your shit is all dry, you ain't putting no oil in there, you ain't putting no soap through it. Grays can look like crumbs. So
okay, that's good to know.
I don't know, but there's it could have had crumbs. Like it could have actually been crumbs because he looked very disheveled. Yeah, it just.
Yeah, even if it wasn't crumbs, he didn't line it up or nothing. It was just like it's almost like he purposely went like this before he stood up there and like had it all over the place.
I think the mountain man aesthetic is something he's kind of going for, that the rough, the scruffy look,
It's not hitting.
Apparently it is though, because he sure was.
Well, that's on what she wanted. That's what she wanted.
That's exactly what she wanted, and that's why for me, her moment was not a moment, because if he had given her an inkling that he was going to be a serious husband, she would have been all about that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even they're sitting there talking about, she gonna show him at the wedding that he's wrong about her not being his type. Like, you can't change nobody's preference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That no matter how good she looks, she's not gonna change his preference. If he likes something thick with a little melanin on it, something thick with a little melanin on it is always gonna beat her. Regardless of how nice she dresses. So I just thought that whole segment was stupid. Ashley, she's just she's a MAGA woman.
We all know what that means.
No, for sure.
Doesn't need to be explained.
She's a MAGA woman, man, and that's just kind of how they get down. So that's why
I think she's used to being the it girl and being the one that men flock to for whatever reason, and so she's used to that being her in, and she is not used to a man being like, you ain't really all that, and so she wanted to kind of take that moment back, is what she thought she was doing, but no. you let him hit all season.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody in my comments was like, Alex was looking at her during that whole meeting, thinking to himself, I still beat though. No matter what she was saying, he was just seeing in his mind every time he had her folded.
And then he had her begging for it too, on camera,
multiple times.
And listen,
and then talking about how great
it was. With her wanting it, but then for her to act like she did at the altar was like, girl, you actively participated. So, yeah.
But it was predictably dull. Like, this whole episode, honestly, was predictably dull. But
it's the weddings. You don't get too much.
You really don't. All right, who we got next? Are we down to the last one?
Oh,
so we got Mike. The people, those other people.
Vic and Christine.
It's coming. The image is coming. See, the computer did this shit last time too. It didn't want to put their picture up because
we haven't seen them all season. What are we seeing them for now?
Vic and Christine, Vic and Christine got married.
Obviously.
It was a nice ceremony. I guess I didn't really watch it. I fast forwarded to them saying I do, and then I didn't watch any of the other. Uh, I didn't watch the rest of the episode. I was done.
I tuned out when they came on. I'm not gonna lie. I tuned out when they came on screen. I only started listening when they were doing their final interview, and Vic talked about a box, and I was like, "What box is he talking about?" But I didn't even care enough to rewind to go back and see. That's how little like I cared. I was like, somebody would tell me, and then eventually I found out it was some type of secret box. Again, why are these people even having a wedding episode? I'm so at this point, I'm not invested in them. I'm just not.
They had a wedding episode because, like you told us weeks ago, and you were the first person I heard this from. You told us weeks ago that the show realized that they didn't have any stable couples.
Yeah.
So they reached into one of the couples that they originally weren't going to follow, which is why they weren't at Cabo, and they just pushed them into the show to give us a successful couple.
And that's why we didn't start seeing footage of them until they're like picking out flowers and went on this random massage date. And then all of a sudden a wedding. A lot of people. No, I haven't heard anything about Vic. Oh, well, you mean as far as the colorism?
As far as preference, because I mean, yes, we know who else was there. You know what I'm saying? Like there was plenty. Tyler, Keya. What was the other girl's name? The start
Dynasty.
With a D. Yeah, Dynasty. There were plenty there, and he had no, at least as far as we saw, we didn't see any connections with any of the sisters. Now that doesn't mean he didn't have a connection with any of the sisters, but we just didn't see it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if that's a preference for him. I don't know if he was intentionally listening for the white girl. You know, and like Brittany was trying to sound like, and Devontae thought he was picking. So I don't know if that was the case with Vic and Christine, but I mean, they do at least seem to be genuinely into each other, like, you know, a real couple. It was a bit much, even at certain points when he was talking about, I love you deeply, deeply, deeply. Like, that shit was, like, get me out of this conversation. I don't want nothing to do with it. The box, like, I just don't care. Like, and like you said, just because we didn't get the full experience with them, we didn't get them going to Cabo, meeting with the rest of the couples. We didn't have any ups and downs, so their relationship to us is just kind of like it's the equivalent of the people in the frame when you go buy a frame from the store and they have this little stock photo of some people standing there smiling. It's just
they do kind of look. This picture right here looks like that.
The frame people. They're just, you know, okay, nice picture. It's just not interesting.
Not the frame people. That's what I'm calling from now on. But that is what it is. It's like I can't be invested in this story because I don't know this story. And people are like, well, this is the only real couple. How you know that? You don't even know these people. I mean, I'm sure, okay, they got married at the end, but like, how are you invested in them? I don't understand being invested in them.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of real couples. I mean,
I just can't. Maybe we'll get a little bit more of them at the reunion, but even then, I'm like, it doesn't matter if I don't know anything about your story before.
They don't have to be at the reunion. Just go live your lives, like, for real. Yeah, I don't have to come to the reunion.
Vic and Christine are no Lauren and Cameron. Yeah, exactly.
Do not come to the reunion. Vic and Chris, I hope they're not at the reunion. I hope that they just send in like a video of them celebrating Christmas. Like,
oh no, they gonna be the couple that they show us. What have you been doing for the last year? Oh, we went here, we went there, we did this, we did that. That's what we gonna get. Like 3 minutes long of them just doing stuff.
So we were talking about possibly doing a drinking game during our review of the reunion. Maybe like a shot for every 5 seconds that Vic and Christine on screen. Since they hardly ever get any screens, I wonder how fucked up I get.
Oh man.
we gotta come up with some rules. Y'all come up with some stuff that we can do to incorporate some sort of drinking game into the reunion, because I think we're gonna do that.
Yeah, I'm definitely that.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't care. But I'm done. I got shit else to say about this episode.
I think we've been speaking thoroughly all season.
Yeah.
That's that. We finally at the end. That's about it.
This will be the first live that we finish in under an hour.
I know it's been a long season, but we've been going in this season. Shout
I
out to
think
us.
it's been a good season. This season has been entertaining. Production did what they do. They got a collection of misfits and people that don't belong together. Recruited a bunch of men who ain't trying to get married. I mean, that's what Love Is Blind is. And I guess we'll beat the dead horse one more time. Until Love Is Blind starts actively seeking regular people, not conventionally attractive people. Let's throw looks all the way out. Let's really see if Love Is Blind. Bring a bunch of average people, non-conventionally attractive, fat, ugly, like all of that shit. Short, put like all of that shit. Put them in the pods. But I mean, legit real people, like
I
professional, like
know. We
people
want to
with
see it
good
so
jobs.
bad.
You know what I'm saying? People with good jobs, good credit, like reliable, like responsible adults, but that
But
just aren't
regular
attractive.
looking. Exactly.
People that actually can't get a date because of how they look. Because we want to see if Love Is Blind.
Yeah. We've
Do
lost the
that
plot.
because what they're doing right now, like this is good for mess, but at a certain point, it's gonna become ridiculous. It's gonna become like a perfect match where you just it's too unserious. And then the
Yeah,
one
I've only seen that for one season. It's very. I would never watch it again.
I'll watch it just while I'm smoking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
Like
that kind of show.
yeah. Like I'll talk something to it, but like it's definitely not something that I would take the time to sit and create and edit videos over. Like it's not a serious enough show for that. But I'm saying Love Is Blind is headed down that road because you can't keep recruiting men like Devo and Alex and then having them make it, and these are the men that you choose to make it to Cabo to go on to the experience and possibly go to the altar with these women. Like, come on, man.
Well, I believe that, and I'm okay with the fact that it is production's job to create a little drama. But I think they have gone so far as to think all we want is the drama when it's like, no, we want to see some real relationships come out of this. So put real people on the show. You'll get the drama, like you said. It's going to happen because it's human nature. You don't need to manufacture it as heavily as they do.
Okay, let's check this out. So Vic said that he pursued Dynasty in the pods. We saw what we want, good people. Yeah, Miss Truck, Miss Katrina. Oh, I got you. So you're saying that we're unserious. Look, listen, I just don't care. I'm sorry. Like I have no issue with Vic and Christina. I'm glad that they are happy if they are happy and living their life, whatever. But if we don't get to experience their story as viewers, we don't get invested. We don't get to a point where we actually care what's happening next. At a certain point, it just became like, who are these random people that we see for 5 seconds every other episode? Like, it's just, why am I supposed to care? It's just like my neighbors. If I see them come out the house holding hands, like, oh, that's nice. I don't really give a fuck. I don't know. Then I'm not one of the people that be all up in their neighbors' faces. Leave me alone. But I don't care about random couples, and to me, Vic and Christina is a random couple.
Yeah. When you don't know the backstory, then it becomes like, okay, well, then they just, if I pass them on the street, it'll be like, okay, well, I passed them on the street, like.
Yeah. They're a couple at the coffee shop. You go to Starbucks. There are a couple sitting over in the corner drinking and eating. Like, they're just there.
Yeah,
happy for them. I don't care though. I don't want to hear nothing about them, and I don't want them at the reunion.
He said, "Don't even put them on my TV."
I don't want them on the reunion, man. Golly. Like, I just give me the mess. So let's talk some more about these spoilers, all right? So we talked about Devontae having, again, spoiler alert. We talked about Devontae having a baby at the reunion. That's going to be fun. We talked about Amber and Jordan being divorced. That should be fun. So apparently, this other story. Now this involves Bree, Priyanka. No, I don't think Bree was a part of this. So this is Priyanka, Ashley, and Chris, right? So apparently during filming, they were going to some concert, and Chris was supposed to stay in the Airbnb with Priyanka, and she never told what's her name? Jessica.
What?
Jessica, because that was his fiance at the time. She
I'm
never
sorry.
told.
What?
Yeah. So apparently
Okay,
there's this whole thing, and then you know, obviously, you know, we never saw anybody tell Jessica with the things that he was saying about her sex being trash and all that. So she only heard that watching back the show. She never, none of the other women in the cast gave her a heads up that this was going to be in the, yeah.
That's kind of messed up.
So there's apparently a real thing with like them not looking out for each other, the girls not being, you know, a tight knit group, being a lot of secrets within the group and some, you know, shady activity. So, oh, and then yes, I do have to acknowledge this. Hold on, this is funny as hell. Somebody said soccer is tired of Alex. Hey, soccer's like, man, keep my name out your mouth, bro. When he was talking about soccer before the wedding, that shit was so annoying.
It's just like putting on your cleats, you know, you're getting ready to go out to the big game. Sir, what?
But no, this is the other big spoiler.
I don't claim that. I don't claim that.
I do.
I don't claim that. That's stupid.
I believe it.
Connor would be dumb.
He's a cuck. Isn't that what they are?
Well, he might be. She belittled him so bad.
He's probably watched her with other men.
Listen. And she probably likes being able to do that to him.
Yeah. No, so I'm sure they both get some. Hey, man, to each their own.
If that's the dynamic, listen, do y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
If you like it, I love it.
I wonder if Chris is one of the dudes.
Oh, stop it. Chris will probably be down. I'm bigger than him anyway. What is he gonna do? Beat me up?
We out of here, y'all. See you at the reunion. We probably gonna do a drinking game.
Yeah, we gotta think on that.
Send us some notes in the chat, y'all, or in the comment section after the video ends. Send some notes in there. Let us know like some ideas or some things that we can do to incorporate drinking. But we're gonna try to get fucked up during the reunion.
Oh my god. Good night.